Hello guys, Hatred Elemental back once again with Draco Soda's here.
Hello everyone!
And we're back in Mag Mammal 2, where I don't want to talk to Charge Man. 58. Bizarre Idea Man. Alien Temple.
Oh dear.
Score 24.2. 23, 27, 25, 24, 22. Pretty solid score, I would say.
That is a bizarre idea.
This is certainly space. Except no space physics. Oh. That's, Oh, now we've got space physics.
That's a tall shutter. Intruder alert! A rogue robot has entered the temple. It must be captured at any cost, alive or dead. Whoa!
Okay, so you do something different. Good. What the heck is that?
Where's Bumblewood when you need it?
Back in the weapons hole.
Oh, nice.
Gotcha.
Is that it?
Huh?
What? Are you kidding me? What a cool concept! But I literally beat the stage in like 30 seconds. It's just a boss fight, and the boss fight is just good. Most of the attacks are fine, though the boss feels a bit dull because it seems like it just randomly chooses attacks, and some, like the yellow comet attack, aren't really well telegraphed. It's literally the only boss. It's literally only the boss, so it's not like I can say that much more about this. It looks really nice, though.
Pretty cool boss. It would be better if there was an actual stage, though.
An okay boss fight. It shines more in its concept than it does in its execution. All it needs is more telegraphing for its attacks, slightly slower or smaller projectiles, and something that prevents him from spawning on top of the player. I liked the idea of having to utilize 0.5x gravity to reach him, but occasionally he spawned near the ground, which interrupted my illusion of this being a consistent thing. I was half hoping for this to be the prelude to an alien base intrusion level, though, so I can't help but be somewhat disappointed by there being no substance aside from the boss itself.
Come on, there could have been much more to this level. I mean, for what's there, it's not bad. But there's a serious lack of content considering that the level consists of only one boss and a very short section before it. That's simply not enough.
The boss was fine, if incredibly easy. Kind of like a really simple Wily capsule without the risk of telefrags. And I'm done. Nope, no Lord of the Rings length comment this time.
Because Lord of the Rings is incredibly long and incredibly boring. The Hobbit is okay, I can read that just fine, but once you get to the Fellowship of the Ring, it's, just watch the movies, please.
Especially the Council of Elrond, oh my god. It never ends.
57th.
The Yellow Grinch. Joe Destruction Company.
24.4. 26, 27, 27, 19, 23.
Hi.
In a minute, I will read you. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of Joes.
Squirms.
I was not expecting squirms.
Squirms. They were not expected. There's a Hammer Joe. And, Blocky. Ah! You go die now. Ow. Okay, a couple of Met types.
Because really all Picket Men they're only just Metars with arms and legs and pickaxes and shields and stuff.
Oh, this looks fun. A Flip-Flopper!
Flip-Flopper! Get wrecked. Is there any reason to go up here? Music
by Kakabang.
Kakabango.
Nice
Okay.
Easter egg.
So, those are just credits, okay. Credits that take forever to scroll back from. And that.
Peace.
Unless there be a secret.
Hey!
Yes, there is a reason to go up there. I never liked those boulders. I always thought they were cheap. But now I more or less know what I'm doing. So, I say as I just fall right into a squirm. Okay, so a charge shot will take you guys out in one hit.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, of course.
That Hammer Joe is quite possibly the only Joe type we've seen in this stage so far. I mean, come on, this is called Joe Destruction Company.
Some people would consider Picket Men a Joe type.
Name one instance where you've heard people say that.
I can't.
I rest my case.
But there's gotta be some, right? Alright, watch out for the falling rocks. I say as I get hit by the falling rocks. Alright. I must be having a carefuls. Not as much anymore, though.
Hey, look at that! Another Joe type! And it's the same type. It's a Hammer Joe.
Because I don't trust myself with those jumps.
And another.
Hammer Joes are arguably the best Joe type.
Well, yeah. I mean, I like them.
Checkpoint.
Squirm. Okay.
Nice try.
We got another rock thing. Hey, Trey.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes. What's your question?
Are you ready to rock? Smash.
I'm never expecting those. Yes, you're pointless. We get it.
Notice me, senpai.
You're pointless. You can just skip you. We've got the Balder. Not a Balder from Dark Souls.
No, those things are annoying. Hey. None of this seems good.
That one didn't spawn anything, though. Or drop anything, I guess.
Huh? Two shutters?
I'm assuming we get a bonus if we go up here.
We got something.
We got a lot. Wait. Probably an E-tank.
Huh?
Okay, no boss.
It's an okay level, and that's really the problem with it, though I don't think it's entirely appropriate to call it a problem. It's just a kind of their level. The lack of music doesn't help that feeling because you forgot to send the track. Kinda makes the music by credits section a bit weird, lol. But yeah, it's a kind of their level. I like the setup at the beginning with the reflector blocks and the Picket Man, and there's some good usage of the Concrete Man platforms, but by the end, the level just kinda drops off and becomes Drill Man Mark II. It's kinda sad, honestly, because I was expecting some Joe-destroying action! Based on the level name, but then in the end it just ended up being a construction-y level with like half a dozen Hammer Joes and no other Joe family enemies.
Yeah, that was the biggest problem. My main issue with this level is the random screen with credits to the person who made the music that were written in blocks. First of all, you could have easily used a sign, and second, the ladder exiting that room drops you right onto an enemy that's nearly impossible to dodge. Also, the lack of a boss was pretty disappointing. You should have used Gutsman. He would have fit into the destruction theme of the level nicely. The rest of the level was easy and forgettable.
This level has interesting ideas, but they're often put in such a way where the player is incredibly likely to take unavoidable or hardly avoidable damage. Some objects didn't feel very calculated in their placement either, with bugs just zooming by and rock dispensers being very close to the ground, making me not want to go through the stage with only the Buster. I like how the level progresses underground though. It's a neat change of pace, but even that has its little downside as I found a shortcut into the underground sections that skips about 2 screens of the level. The hidden music room, which used to be funny when the stage lacked music, is something many players will find on accident, as one of the up-moving platforms will crush the player into the bottom of the music room, complete with screen transition at all. Overall, neat ideas, but they're a bit chaotic.
I don't even know what to say. The level design is awful! Enemy choice and placement is disgusting, and the level is just frustrating overall. It doesn't even try to do anything interesting. The graphics are average, and there are quite a bit of bugs and oversight in this stage. It sucks. Gariri, you are a harsh judge. I've just gotta say, I've noticed that so far, he's being really harsh, and I don't mind that. I like a harsh judge.
The version I played lacked any music whatsoever, and that makes this level even more boring than it actually is. When I went back to play it with the music, it wasn't exactly helped. Your name implies something that never happens. Shame. So what does this level accomplish? Not a whole lot. Props will be given. Nothing was used badly, you had a mix of gimmicks, but again, the challenges are very basic. Enemies were also selected without much forethought, it seems. One notable highlight, the Picket Man towards the start of the stage. I really thought that bit was clever, and had you built your stage around that sort of thing, maybe you could have pulled something memorable off. As it stands, this level simply exists. At least you put in some platforming, so that makes things a little more tolerable. Oh, and lovely boss corridor! No boss, no climax, nothing. Sigh. I mean, you even put an E-tank before said corridor? What the hell?
So it was an E-tank, I guessed correctly! Fine.
Who are you? Motion sickness man. Just warning, the level to my right contains a visual effect that has caused motion sickness problems in several people. If you are prone to such motion sickness problems and don't want to play it, please take the green teleporter once you're inside.
Oh dear. 56. Crush Man. Neon Man. Score. Motion sickness warning. 24.6. 23, 25, 16, 26, 33.
Motion sickness warning.
Alright.
This makes me nervous.
If I can remember, if any of you have motion sickness, I will put a time code in the description so that you can click to just skip this level. Okay?
Yeah.
If I can remember. Draco, please remind me to do that when I'm uploading. Yes. I will put a time code so that anyone who has motion sickness can skip this.
Well, you just did my job for me.
Yay! Okay. Alright. Oh. Those? Okay. Oh, good God. There it is!
Oh, God.
Wait, what the hell? Oh, good God!
That's a problem!
That is an interesting gimmick, though.
Destroy that.
Oh my God, that is so cool!
Whoa! Boomerang Joe? That's cool! No. I prefer not.
Right. Oh, good God. So you gotta, like, memorize the layout before it moves.
I'm soldiering through!
What's up here?
Oh God, it's City War!
Yes, this feels like City War, alright? So we had Project Vane Space and now City War? What next?
Whoa! Oh God! A disco ball! That's what!
Unfortunately, it's not really doing much of anything interesting. Gotta knock you for that. Mini-boss could be a little bit more creative.
Oh boy, we're doing this. Then no thank you. I'd rather not. Okay, the warning is valid. Oh, it's messing with my head.
Oh. Death spikes! Oh God.
This is trippy.
But a really cool idea. I'm loving this stage, honestly. It's not too hard. That fault here was completely my fault, because by default, I just kill those enemies. I shoot anything and everything. Okay, so we avoid them. I like the Joe type.
It's good. Oh, don't do this.
Right. Actually left.
I think there might be a hidden room here somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, see?
It actually just loops the same screen over and over again. Because if you'll notice, when it scrolls, that screen is exactly the same as the one that goes away. Oh, jeez. Right.
And there's your motion sickness warning. Stop messing with me!
That is crazy, and I love it. I would definitely put that in a Mega Man fan game. If I actually had a good concept and story laid out for a Mega Man fan game.
I have 8 Robot Master designs.
Yeah. Alright, so we go here. The song is pretty nice, too.
Oh yeah, it really is. Dead. Die.
Okay, yes, we hit a checkpoint. Oh god, where is the... But if you're patient enough, you can wait for it to scroll back through. So that's actually pretty cool.
Oh, God.
Okay. There.
Oh, my God.
There we go.
I'm with you, Hatred. I'm loving this music.
Okay, there we go. Can't whistle that high. Oh, jeez. There.
Bye-bye. Okay.
Haha!
Fireworks!
And the enemies, even if a lot of them are just reskins, are really good. That new Joe design, though.
Not today. You would.
Knockback, ladies and gentlemen. Knockback. Alright, it should just be right around up here, right? Pretty close? Yeah, close enough.
Sorry to bug ya, but we're in a hurry.
Now let's not fall like a doofus this time.
It was the shield attacker that was the problem. We blame the shield attacker!
Please tell me, please tell me, please tell me, please tell me. Yes!
And my favorite Robot Master boss theme. Duh, okay. No! 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 I get enough of this at the temple! Temple of the Ancestors. I'm not Jewish.
I misjudged how much... I wasn't looking to see how much health I had left.
That's why I'm here.
Well, you could have warned me about it.
True. But I was trying to make sure you dodged attacks, actually. Where'd you go? He's got a weird running animation. Tank?
Got it! I got it! Haha!
Oh man, that was... This level pulls off its gimmick incredibly well, and I absolutely despise it for that. I cannot handle the weirdo holograms. They literally destroy my brain.
Me too!
Call me dumb, but once they activate, I just completely stop functioning and get horribly disoriented and just run into pits and have not a fun time at all. The level sets out to mess with your head with illusions, and it did it so well that my brain melted, and I just did not care to even try to beat this level legit. I was so tired of dying constantly by the end of it that I just cheated the rooms with Hornet Chaser. The boss is pretty bad too. The bouncing bullets from the Apache Joes are obnoxious, hard to kill, and deal a ton of damage, and Neon Man himself also will eat your health alive if you so much as graze him. I appreciate that you were able to pull off this gimmick really well. It's probably like the best illusion-type gimmick in Mega Man I've seen. The issue is that it does its job far too well and horribly broke my brain and just led to me constantly dying over and over because I slightly misjudged where the platforms would be.
You're missing a space there. The outside sections looked really cool, but the inside sections were just the same backgrounds over and over and didn't look good. I didn't really like the holographic sections either, and it almost feels like some parts of the stage were designed for the player to destroy the holograms with Hornet Chaser, because getting through certain sections is really hard if you don't. That's not a good thing to do to the player. The boss was also way too hectic, and that Copter Joe just sends it over the edge. Overall, this level had a lot of potential, but bad execution.
Well, the concept for this is certainly interesting. However, it's one of those concepts which encourages the player to get rid of it altogether during their playthrough. Doing a Buster-only run of this stage can easily get very tedious, as the player has to wait often complete cycles of the background in order to not put themselves at risk of falling off. Coupled with the added enemies later in the stage, using Hornet Chaser to just get rid of the entire driving point of the level is a much safer option, which also will make the level a lot more fun to play. The boss fight is not much better, unfortunately, with the background and Apache Joes distracting from the actual fight and the projectiles blending in with the slowly moving background. I didn't have a lot of fun with this level, and I think that while its concept is creative, it needs a lot of adjustments in order to be even remotely usable in a fun environment.
I don't see how the weird screen distorting effect was any good at all. If you fail to quickly kill the enemy that causes it, the view has already screwed itself and not dying becomes a case of trial and error. Not to mention that the level design doesn't suit such mechanic to begin with. Granted, there were some cool ideas, but it's just not an average level. It's just an average level. It's not very fun, looks bad, and is executed awfully.
Nice meme! Okay, on a serious note, I think the weakest aspect of your stage is the graphics, as a lot of stuff was way off style, particularly the original enemies and the Master. You know what? I can live with lackluster graphics, and I will give you props for making sure things match the color palette of your level. As for your stage, your primary gimmick was really cool. I loved the idea behind it. Sure, it occasionally required you to memorize, but checkpoints were very well placed, so that helped a big deal to limit the frustration. Where things kinda get wonky is some of the enemy layouts on the screens with your gimmick. Many are overcrowded. Fewer enemies on these screens would have helped this stage a big deal better. The gray propeller enemy is the biggest offender. He has too much health and is nearly always placed in locations where he's fine on his own, but mixed with other enemies was painful. Still, I felt this level was enjoyable all told, if a bit too hard for its own good. Your Robot Master was really fun to fight and a great cap to your end of level. He was difficult, but very doable and very satisfying to actually take down Buster only. Next to your gimmick idea, I think your execution of this guy is the highlight of your stage.
Yeah, Ace Spark gave the highest score for this level.
You'll need to swipe your Metro card to get on the subway.
Are you sure you're not talking about a metal card?
Hey!
Oh, we're actually going on the train.
Magma Man!
I'm gonna get that Bright Man next time I see him. He thinks he's the smartest Robot Master around. What a hothead.
55th.
The Mega Fan 19XX. Jungle Base.
24.8. 25, 25, 26, 28, 20.
Why not?
I see you, Slash Man.
Let's try this out.
I've heard this theme somewhere.
Yeah, it was earlier on in the game. Ah, piss! We've got the Durati! The Durati returns! Brings back memories of my least favorite stage in Mega Man Unlimited. Occupied Wily Fortress Stage 2. Oh, good god, that stage gives me nightmares almost.
I love the theme song, though. An Unbreakable Will.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Not too bad so far. Not good.
Whoa!
Bubba Foons.
They always were reminded you of Mario for some reason, didn't they?
Yeah, they look like Mario. Snakes!
I like snakes. I always have.
There's a big snake in the plane, Jock!
Oh, that's just my pet snake, Reggie!
I hate snakes, Jock! I hate them!
Oh, hot dog!
What are you doing here? You're dying, apparently.
And there's another one! And another.
Oh, protected by a sniper Joe!
Yasichi!
Gimme!
Yes!
I love Yasichi! It's a shame it was only in the first game.
And used only once in the first game.
Yeah, there was only one Yasichi in the entire game.
Dude!
Ooh, wouldn't it be interesting if Yasichi was added to Mega Maker?
I think I found where all the Sniper Joes... I think I found where all the Joes went.
Yeah, from Joe Destruction Company.
Yeah.
They all went here!
Oh, boy.
I have a feeling I'm going to have to be a little bit careful about which ones I destroy later on.
Good. I don't know, something seems awfully suspicious. Destroy suspicious boxes!
Aren't all random boxes suspicious?
Yeah.
What's with the two different color of Joes?
Two different colors of
Yeah,
Joes?
two different colors of Joes. Also, is there a boss? Nope! Okay, that was fun! Easy, but fun.
Weirdly designed level. Most of the obstacles you can basically just blow through with a charge shot or effortlessly slide past. The level also doesn't play terribly well because the majority of enemies that take more than a charge shot are Sniper Joes. The enemies seem less placed to be a threat and more placed to be in your way. It's just kind of a bleh level. There's effort and the theme is okay, music is pretty great. The design just isn't there.
That was a pretty boring level. It was mostly just running to the right, charging your buster, and shooting enemies without giving it a second thought. There were some rooms where you didn't even have to stop moving, and I kind of liked the use of the different tile sets. But there were a few rooms toward the end that were a bit hard on the eyes. Try to make it more clear what's a background and what isn't.
A pretty nice rompy jungle level. It presents its ideas in an organized fashion and expands on some of them throughout the level. Sadly, it often forgets about some of the assets it introduced, making the level feel more segmented than coherent in parts. It also likes to throw in a little too many enemies at once occasionally, with airborne enemies serving as a projectile dispenser that can't easily be taken care of unless you fire hornets or throw swords at them, a method not otherwise encouraged in this level. As far as the mutation of setups is concerned, the level leans towards repetition more so than mutation, with many consecutive instances of the same premise being very similar to each other. Nonetheless, this is a fun level to play through that presents itself as fair towards the player and just needs that polish in order to be much more satisfying to play.
There's not a lot to say about this level. Nothing in it feels either awful or awesome. The level design is actually fairly decent, but it's not something that is particularly amazing. Admittedly, this stage does look a bit too similar to Napalm Man's stage, but it still has a few pretty decent ideas. Other than that, there's just not much I can say. It's decent, but nothing too spectacular here.
I get it. Going for the Contra theme. Fair enough, but Mega Man is not a run-and-gun game. It's a full-on platformer. You really can't just get away with plonking enemies willy-nilly and expecting it to be fun. Even Contra on the NES bothered with stage gimmicks to prevent stagnation. This did nothing. There is nothing horrible about this, but why not explore the dev kit a little? There is a metric ton of gimmicks in there! More than just enemies! Please use them! To give you some credit, even on overcrowded screens, it never felt unmanageable, and the look of the stage was absolutely fine if generic. You're decent at getting tile sets to work together, and the layout wasn't bad, but boy was this stage horrifically dull. At least some of the other enemy-only stages managed to have some originality behind them. Also, boss corridor, no boss or climax. If you aren't going to use any other Mega Man tropes, why use this one?
Yeah.
I'm on my way to the zoo. I always loved lions, but I've never been able to see one in person.
You are a lion!
Ugh, the jokes never end.
Okay. But with that, this is Hatred Elemental and Draco Soda Zero signing out. We hope that you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time.
In the zoo.
Really?
Why not?
Is the next level actually going to be zoo-based?
I don't know, but that would be funny. I was just humoring Slash Man.
Yeah. Goodbye, guys.
Meow.